Okay.
Did you see DC's new lineup from next year for their comics?
You bought Buds, did you buy the Impact?
For what? Their new lineup of heroes, like their new title, New Age of Heroes. They have like all these new characters that they're trying to introduce in January. It's fucking stupid. They're supposed to be inspired through the Dark Knights comics after like it's done.
Okay.
And there's like all these new heroes that are coming out, like Damage, and they're bringing back like Plastic Man, whatever. The Terrifics. Mr. Terrific doesn't have his own series. They're bringing back the Immortal Men, and like all these characters. I think it's stupid. They're just like trying to push out heroes.
I'm trying to find our channel.
And then in March, I think it's March, Marvel's canceling like a few series too. You're getting rid of Gwenpool and they're getting rid of Luke Cage for sure, because those ones aren't selling. Oh, and Jessica Jones, they're getting rid of Jessica Jones.
That's not selling either?
Yeah, she's not selling. I guess they were only hot during the Netflix when Defenders was out. And that's when like everyone was into it. But like it slowed down.
Okay. Talk a little bit.
And then I finished reading Dark Knights 4.
We can bring up The Office too.
Huh?
The Office reboot. The rumor until I see a confirmation of who the cast is.
But there's no Michael Scott, so I don't know.
Okay.
I love The Office show, but it's hard to watch without Michael. It really is, because it's only so funny with Dwight and Jim.
If they were allowed to do more,
I don't even know how they're gonna do The Office, because like how The Office was before, it had all those borderline jokes and everything that was not as offensive as it is offensive now.
now everything's triggered.
Yeah, so everyone's getting mad over everything. What if The Office does something in their next season and they just get canceled because they say something offending?
Yeah, there's so many gay jokes. That's why everyone got offended by everything.
You know, they make fun of Asian people like crazy in The Office. I still found that funny.
Oh, Ping?
Yeah, Ping. And when he marked the Asian girl on the Christmas episode, because he couldn't tell who was who.
Which one yours? Which one's yours? It's one of them. Yeah, like, but which one? It's one of them.
You know how all waiters look like.
Okay, share the thing. Alright, go ahead and share the link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't have that second screen to kind of look back on. But it's cool. It's cool.
So, I can plug it in if you want.
No, it's good. We're already here. Unless if someone want to pull up on their phone and see how we're looking. Alright? My phone's charging. I was dying. How does it look on your
I'm supposed to share the link right now.
But YouTube or...
Yeah. Well, I mean, the link is up on Facebook.
We dropped by a few.
Yeah, because we've been inactive for so long.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, at least we still have like one or two few, consistent followers.
Yeah, we just need to keep going.
So that's how it looks like so far. That's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So we all fit on the screen, so that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get the start. This show started.
Didn't you say we gotta see? We could probably do a desk. We could work on the
desk.
We could get a desk and like get papers and shit.
Look somewhat professional.
Paper with absolutely.
Hey, considering our first 10
come
podcasts were us in Andrew's basement with his brothers
in the
coming in and
background.
out, and we've gone from that to like converting it to like a YouTube show with a green screen. I mean, we've made pretty good progress.
Yeah.
But yeah, a desk would be good because then we could just like have papers and like.
That way we can look back at information or something.
Yeah. Just when we start doing like superhero debates and shit, like we can have facts based on like, oh, well, I know his power, means this. And
Yeah. Anyways, we've been gone for a month now.
yeah.
We've been so busy, and just personal stuff has happened, and a lot of fun stuff has happened, and a lot of sad stuff has happened, and yeah, it's been a while. I mean, we've seen each other throughout the.
We have.
But we just haven't really had the time to do this, and we're here. I mean, we're gonna finally do our Justice League reviews. It's
Super late.
Probably quick. I mean,
It's been out for a while.
it's been out for a while, so whatever. And then we're gonna do a long rant on the Last
Star
Jedi and
Which, if you want to hear last rant, go back to our
last year's
Rogue
stuff.
One podcast where I destroy how blowing up the Death Star is impossible the way that it's done for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. So I mean, those two are our main things, and
we got a couple side things.
a couple of side things, but let's start off with Justice League first. I mean, we all saw it together. We had early screenings, thanks to Chris Brown of Comics and More in Madison Heights, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
That's because of him we were able to watch Wonder Woman and Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that too. Yep.
Yeah. We were talking about Thor.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok seems forgettable.
Yeah, forgot we had early passes for that.
And we'll probably get them for Black Panther.
Maybe.
Oh man, I hope
Depends if we pay attention to his Facebook. That's the thing I told Chris. I'm like, besides my girlfriend, I set your Facebook up to one of the first things I see when you post stuff, just because of tickets.
Yeah. But if you post Black Panther, we are going to see the midnight show.
Yeah, definitely. But anyways, Justice League. I saw it twice. Once with my movie pass. No, once with the screening, and then second with my movie pass. And the second time I went with Joe Hank, because he hadn't seen it. What do you guys think?
Well, I viewed it 3 times. So
I just saw it once.
And for you, once was good enough.
Once
right?
was enough.
Yeah.
Once was enough. It was nothing special.
It was a step
It
better than BVS.
Yeah, but Batman vs Superman was just a horrible crock of shit.
Yeah, it was
It's kind of impossible to have a movie be worse than that.
The Room.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, like, there wasn't. That movie could have been so much better with very simple things. A, Darkseid, not some pussy underling. Because now, movie 2 is the Legion of Doom.
You guys hear about the first draft, right? They had a screening for the first draft of the movie, and
Isn't that with Superman in the black suit?
No. They had a lot in there. It was 3 hours long, and obviously they cut for theatrical reasons. And when Josh Whedon came in, they kind of changed a lot of stuff. But there was a screening for the first cut, but then they have these screenings and it's not completely edited, so like the CGI was worse than Superman's mustache. But anyways,
and that was terrible though.
that was terrible.
Yeah.
But the rough cut, they obviously they had Iris, they had Willem Dafoe in there somewhere. They did have Darkseid in there, where they had a scene where Steppenwolf goes back to Apocalypse, and obviously your typical "you failed me" and Darkseid kills him.
They should have put that in the movie.
I heard
There are so many deleted scenes that they had.
Darkseid's supposed to be in it. It's the whole fucking point. Because now, like I said, like movie 2 being Legion of Doom, Darkseid at most will do a cameo in movie 2 to be the villain of movie 3. Will be Darkseid, which is gonna fucking come out in like 2024.
Yeah.
I'd say beyond that, because they have not found a director for Flash yet, or Batman. And there's rumors and there's issues with the whole Batman casting, because apparently the rumors were like they were going to recast Ben Affleck.
And he left, so
yeah.
The latest rumor is that he's done. Like he is done. So
thanks to WB for fucking everything up for
Yep,
DC.
because now you gotta fucking replace Batman in the middle of your fucking movie franchise.
you know what Christopher Nolan says? Like one of the reasons why this franchise is not doing so well, it's because there's no time in between movies anymore. Everyone wants it right away. Like the next year they want another movie. He didn't have that problem with Dark Knight. With Batman Begins to Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, he had like 8 years in between.
There's like a 2 year gap between them, right?
No, there was actually a longer gap.
It was a pretty long.
There was like a 6 to 8 years between Batman Begins to the Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Returns, and then there was like 2-3 years in between the Dark Knight Rises and Dark Knight.
Oh.
So
okay.
And the same thing with the Tim Burton movies. There was time in between each movie.
See, I don't even see that as a problem because Marvel doesn't have that problem. They're not, their movie sales aren't tanking because
they've got
people want to see
budget for it.
Yeah, but if you think about like
DC does too though, because DC does so much better in comic sales. I mean, they got
for sure.
They got the money. I think it's just DC.
DC has more. I mean,
Marvel has taken all people who, for the most, because let's be honest, for 90% of the people that are in the Marvel movies, you have no idea who they fucking were before they were in those movies.
Yep.
No idea.
Yeah, Disney has a lot more money.
The only one that was even rumored was when John Cena was rumored was in the final 2 for Shazam.
Yeah, those are just rumors.
No, he confirmed it that he was in the final running for Shazam.
Oh, for running, yeah. But
yeah, he was in the final running, but they went with the other guy.
Yeah,
but he was in the final running for it.
Another Rock versus.
There would have been so many memes. It would have been like the kid being like Shazam, and then like
the John Cena
where'd he go? Like, where'd he go?
John Cena and The Rock.
Or like, like they would have changed it, been like, you can't see me, and then lightning bolts.
It's like I can't see you.
We said the yellow lightning, it's all green and black.
No, but like
I think
DC, it was like they were like, oh, other than Gal, who was just a model, like everyone else, like they were like, oh, let's take massive people that are like known for shit. Like, I mean, Ben Affleck. I mean, like, there was no fucking reason to even try him.
I thought it was good though.
You know, he's not.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
No.
I thought he was pretty
No
good.
way. Just because you like Batman, Andrew, does not mean he was good.
No, I thought Ben Affleck was good.
I thought he did well for Batman. I think with the issue with WB,
I look the same way I view Ben Affleck as Batman the same way I view George Clooney. Great Bruce Wayne. Shitty Batman.
You can't compare that to the George Clooney and those, because I don't know.
I'm just comparing it to the acting
of
the green screen.
No.
Oh, it's alright.
Whatever. Too many issues with that. This is not the main podcast. Anyways, I like how people like rant, oh, this is not our Batman, but the truth
Hashtag this is not my president.
Yeah. the truth is I think Ben Affleck's Batman is more of Batman than how the Tim Burton movies were, because the Tim Burton movies, it was not Batman at all.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, there's certain people that are like, it's hard to find a guy who can be both a great Batman and a great Bruce Wayne. Usually they lean one way or the other.
Yeah. And most of the time we've gotten great Bruce Waynes.
Yeah, like amazing Bruce Waynes, mediocre Batmans. Like,
because Bruce Wayne can be comedic. I mean, in a way,
he was just
funny, but more of a.
It depends on what viewpoint.
Humor.
Did they take like the cocky, playboy guy because it's all front, or did they take the, philanthropist going out there doing a bunch of charity shit? I mean, like.
They tried that with the whole Batman, Clark and Bruce meeting, the whole charity stuff.
Such
but
a bad.
It was. I mean, I do feel like they're getting closer to at least.
When you have your big movie and Wonder Woman is still your best movie, you're fucking up.
Well, because they didn't rely on Zack Snyder.
Like, Wonder Woman was, like, by far the best movie that DC has put out so far.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Flash will be pretty good. I'm excited for Aquaman.
I'm not too excited for Flash for some reason. I think maybe it's because we've already seen a lot of Flash.
See, I'm more excited for Aquaman because when's the last... There's never really been...
No, there hasn't been a legit Aquaman movie.
Like,
Not
even a good animated film. All the usual animated films are always mixed in with the Justice League in some way.
I liked the one with Atlantis, the sequel to
Yeah, okay.
Justice League
I actually
War.
have that comic book, like the big book, and it came with like the DVD, like a DVD and a Blu-ray copy of the movie. So like I read it and then I watched the movie, and it was good.
It was different from
like
the book.
yeah, it was definitely different than the book. Like it was a good movie, but again, it always gets thrown in. He always gets thrown in with the Justice League. Any Aquaman film, at some point, he ends up on the surface and ends up meeting with like other people to help him out. Like I'm excited to finally see an Aquaman movie that focuses on fucking Aquaman.
That's
there's
in the
actually,
ocean and everything.
There was actually supposed. I think Willem Dafoe was actually supposed to be in the Atlantis scene for Justice League. And they
He was,
cut that out.
yeah, he was. They were.
Oh yeah, 'cause we all know.
Too.
We all know. And it's, even though they haven't announced it, the obvious villain for Aquaman movie is going to be Black Manta.
Yeah.
I mean,
Black Manta.
who
And
else?
Ocean Master.
Yeah, an Ocean Master. I don't know.
I think,
like,
from what I read though, they said that WB said that they were going to make Ocean Master the main antagonist, but then have Black Manta in the back, sort of. Because really, I think it was at San Diego where they confirmed it was like one of the cons, and they were like they showed the teaser title for Aquaman, and they're like, you see the ships in the back, like, oh yeah, those are Ocean Master's army, like. So I think he's gonna.
I feel like Black Manta is a. I feel like be a better choice. I feel like Ocean Master would be a better like second movie villain.
Everywhere focuses more on Atlantis.
Yeah, but as I feel like Black Manta is the good beginning villain choice. Is like, okay, you finally have accepted your role as king, and then here's this like, because I mean, Black Manta doesn't really have powers, but he's essentially the arch enemy of Aquaman. He's one of like, I'd say he's more relevant than Ocean Master.
Yeah, for sure. Because they use him a lot more.
So back to the movie. I thought I liked the movie. I didn't love the movie.
No
There was a lot
Darkseid,
of
no
issues.
Green Lantern.
There
Green
were
Lantern
lanterns.
There was a ring.
There was lanterns, but not the Green Lantern.
They were only in the fucking beginning as like a.
Yeah.
Remember this thing that happened hundreds of years ago? Yeah, there's that Green Lantern guy. We're not gonna reference this at fucking all.
But here's my
But
thing.
here you go.
It took a whole army to defeat Steppenwolf at one point.
And the old gods.
And the old guys. But then when you get to the final act of the movie, it took 5 guys.
No, it took Superman.
Yeah.
Let's
It was-
be honest.
it was
Let's be
Superman.
honest.
It's
Let's be
team.
honest. It took everyone getting their asses kicked, and then Superman walking in and just winning. Like, oh, don't worry, guys. Superman's
Wonder Woman
here.
had her fair share of it. But it's like
She wasn't doing shit. She was getting her ass kicked.
Batman didn't do anything.
And Aquaman's supposed to be just as strong as the rest of
No,
them.
they really downplayed Aquaman big time. Because he's actually supposed to be up there with Wonder Woman and Superman.
He's supposed to be able to like conjure tidal waves and shit.
Yeah, there's some things that I thought about was like, how does Wonder Woman know how to call Superman Kal-El when he was revived?
I don't know.
Maybe it was the lasso.
Did they address it in Batman vs
Oh,
Superman?
no. She said Kal-El before she threw the lasso on him. That's right.
Yeah, it's like when Superman is revived and they're fighting or about to fight Superman, and she's like, Kal-El. It's like, wait, how do you know to call him Kal-El? Like, did you get the information from the ship? Because they weren't able to go to the
Maybe
ship.
she got it from Bruce, because he knows fucking everything.
But then, I don't even think Bruce would know that stuff.
Batman knows everything, Andrew.
At this point, he doesn't know anything about Superman, besides the fact that he
No, he knows
plays
everything.
himself.
Okay? His mom's name is Martha. That's all he fucking needs to know.
But it's just like, what gives you a right to call him Kal-El? It's like...
And I will rant on this until the day I die. Until Lois Lane is killed, she is the worst choice for Lois Lane ever. Amy Adams or whatever.
I would have loved her as Iris West.
Okay, that I would have bought. But one, I'm sorry, she's ugly. Like, if you're casting the Lois Lane is always supposed to be like this super gorgeous, like, reporter
Everyone wants her.
that everyone wants, but she dates, Weasel Clark Kent, glasses, typewriter guy, and instead they choose this ugly, pale redhead who is a terrible actress.
She's cute, but
No, not at all. Not at all. She is not cute at all.
I not like...
Be careful with your words. I'll send this to Crystal. Your move, Andrew.
I don't know how many times... I don't know.
You activated my trap card.
Mark played blackmail.
Right.
Andrew caved. Minus 4,000 life points.
Anyways, back to the movie. There's some stuff, a lot of stuff that I did feel kind of contradicted the other movie, and
I mean, there's huge continuity issues.
yeah, it's like what does Cyborg do? Like, what is wrong with Victor Stone? It's like you guys saw in the video. You guys know exactly what happened to him. You know, when they're trying
I was at least glad that they they threw in at least enough time to explain what happened to Cyborg, because there's not a lot of people out of all the ones in the movie don't know who Cyborg is or how he got his powers.
Yeah, because when we went to the screening, not a lot of people knew who he was. They always they just
know he's some guy.
Yeah, they just know he was like, you know, a black superhero in there.
Most even kids only know him from the original Teen Titans show,
yeah,
or
like,
the
and then, you know,
stupidest shit Teen
they
Titans
would go, why is Cyborg with the Justice League? He's not supposed to be there.
It's like no, he's in the Justice League first. He joins the Teen Titans first, and then joins the Justice League later. So this time they're just switching it. Like, besides, people can, I don't know, but that's another thing. People can switch Teen Titan to Justice League
he
all the
wasn't
time.
in the Justice League until they decided to reboot the New 52, and they brought him in
instead of Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, so in any of this new stuff like with 52 and Rebirth, I don't think he ever joined Teen Titans.
No, not that I know of. But still, it's like a lot of people didn't catch that. You know, like the WB's bringing a lot of their more recent stuff in instead of like how Marvel's kind of playing it, where they're bringing like a mix of both their new and old stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that Justice League I thought it was okay. It was tolerable for me. I was very underwhelmed though with Barry, because Ezra Miller was like someone I was looking forward to see play Flash, and when he was portraying the Flash, I felt like I was watching Wall-E.
It wasn't even Wall-E. I don't even think he was Wall-E. He was just his.
It was just Ezra Miller.
It was a new from what. Cause you know I'm only familiar with Barry Allen just because of the TV show and the stuff that I'm reading on Rebirth, but like from what people has told me is this Barry Allen is not like any Barry Allen ever.
No, because actually Barry is comedic at times, but he's not a comedic relief.
But he's only supposed to be comedic with like Green Arrow or Green Lantern. They play like the buddy cop thing together, but that's it.
Yeah, he's like Spider-Man and all those guys.
He's supposed to be like the Flash. He's supposed to be like the most confident superhero out of like everyone. He's supposed to be so confident in his ability to save everyone.
Yeah, because he's fast, and people forget he's smart, and he's also you could say detective, but he does crime work, or he works.
Yeah, he knows how to read crime scenes. Like he's on par with Batman in reading a crime scene. Like they even go over that.
Like
in Rebirth, they mention that like Flash and Batman have parallel detective skills when it comes to a crime scene.
Yeah, only they can relate to each other when it comes to detective skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I was fine with Ezra Miller, but he wasn't really.
No, I think he's a talented actor.
I thought the outfit was stupid.
Oh, and I hate the black linings on his suit.
It looks more cosplay.
It looks like
more
wires,
cosplay than the costumes I've seen.
Yeah.
It looks like it's.
If he explained it as like Star Labs made this for me, I'd be like, all right, whatever. I'm okay with it. You've acknowledged it. But it was just like, I'm like, what? You made it? Like what? Address the suit. Simple shit can make a big difference.
Yeah, it's
like addressing the suit. You know, explaining where Cyborg, how you guys think. If they never did that scene where like they never showed that video, like, and they don't explain how Cyborg became Cyborg, the whole movie you'd be like, who the fuck is this guy? But they spent 2 minutes and explain who the hell he is.
Yeah, so Justice League. I mean, I know it's been too long, and our minds isn't even fresh on Justice League. So,
well, I mean, like when I watched it the first 2 times.
Hey, if it's a good movie, I'll remember it.
The first 2 times I watched it, I kind of felt underwhelmed, and the third time I watched it, I was just like, all right, when are they gonna fight? Okay, when am I gonna see my favorite scene? You know, like that type of thing. I was very underwhelmed with Justice League. I love DC. Don't get me wrong; they're my favorite brand of comics and heroes. But
yeah, well,
Marvel itself,
and I'll say this is my last piece is bad choice for Lois Lane, bad choice for Lex Luthor Jr. Okay,
people don't even catch that.
I need a freaking. I've had to clarify that with so many people. They're like, yeah, I don't really like Lex Luthor. I'm like, well, that's weird. And they're like, I would agree because he's not in the movie. They're like, what? Lex Luthor is not in the movie. Well, yeah, he is. No, he's not. It's Lex Luthor Jr.
Still Lex Luthor.
For some fucking reason. that terrible choice. I mean, he's just some schizophrenic guy who looks like he's all like 24/7 on cocaine.
There's actually there was a deleted scene.
Like that's how he acts. He acts like he's on cocaine every second of every day.
It's like so hyperactive.
They said there was a deleted scene in the middle of the movie of Deathstroke breaking him out of jail.
Oh yeah, yep. That was.
Yeah.
They had like over 20 deleted scenes.
Like
it's crazy.
Yeah, like I get everyone was like excited for Legion of Doom, and I'm like, now they're gonna have another problem because
they went from one movie to already doing another story.
Now there's so now like we're ignoring Darkseid. I mean, he says his name, I think, in the movie, right?
Yeah, he's like,
doesn't
poor
Steppenwolf yeah, like it's like. So obviously that's just gonna be ignored essentially probably until like the last 10 fucking minutes of the second movie where maybe Darkseid shows up in a boom tube or some shit.
He pulls up a Thanos. I'll do this myself with the Infinity Glove.
Like, what the fuck, DC? No, but like the Legion of Doom, like the original Legion of Doom of the comics, like if that's the way they're going with this, no one's gonna have any fucking idea who these people are other than Deathstroke because it's like Lex Luthor, like Deathstroke, like Shade, like,
oh not Shazam, Black Adam.
Yeah, Black Adam, because Shazam's gonna join the Justice League.
Yeah.
So then Black Adam's gonna counter him, which is gonna be played by The Rock. So I wish John Cena would have gotten that role, because then we could have seen a John Cena Rock fight again, but not in a wrestling ring.
WrestleMania. DC's WrestleMania.
WrestleMania rematch.
Both superpowers. No, and like so like Shade's in the Legion of Doom, like Chitara,
Captain Cold,
Riddler, Bizarro.
Yeah. There's a lot of villains.
Solomon Grundy.
They're gonna do that all in one movie.
Like you're just gonna throw him you're just gonna throw him fucking in there like.
I'll be so mad if they do that though because it'd be so pointless.
The only way they'll get lucky is like if Gotham season 4. I know we finished Gotham on season 3 on TV.
I'm way behind, but go ahead. I already know what stuff that's going on.
Okay, because I was going to spoil it anyway, because it's been out for long enough. We have to hold you to the same standard we hold our fans to. At a certain point, we're no longer responsible for spoilers.
I could say stuff to you about that stuff, but I'm not going to.
Depends on what you want to spoil. That's how I see it.
I was like, even you were behind a Flash and Arrow for a long time. We waited. We waited for you, bro. We're still waiting.
Well, I mean,
you can spoil it for me now.
I'm like 2 weeks. I'm like 2 weeks behind on all the superhero shows.
I don't care. I mean,
no,
go
but
ahead.
I mean, this is pretty easy.
I feel like I'm done with Gotham.
Season they're gonna throw in Solomon.
Oh my gosh.
So Solomon Grundy is gonna be in season 4. Like they're introducing Solomon Grundy. So like DC can hope that Gotham comes out and then the people who watch Gotham know who Solomon Grundy is and see the movie. But other than that, like people are gonna be like, who the fuck is this zombie looking motherfucker?
Frankenstein.
Like no, it's a big villain who's really dumb but supposed to be insanely strong, but DC fucked it up and
it's gonna be like Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Exactly. A lot of villains with minor backgrounds and it's a rush.
I just want one scene of like that funny meme where it's like, oh, in Cartoon Network used to make fun of it, where it's like, meanwhile, in Legion of Doom, no, okay. It would just like stick back down.
There's overall Justice League.
Yeah.
I say it's a
3. I liked it.
Yeah, 3.5 out of 5.
As I liked it. It wasn't great. I mean,
what was my original view? No, I gave it a B-.
Yeah.
That was my original.
It was better than BVS, but it's.
It was definitely better than BVS. BVS, I think I gave like a 1.
They just like said
D.
I feel like forget what we want. We don't need these things every year. We just take your time.
It's not only that, but it's like it's not only that, but like yes, Justice League movie, big deal. Yes, I would love to see Legion of Doom in a movie, but set it fucking up first. Like I don't want to watch a shitty movie just because you wanted to throw in Legion of Doom. I'd rather you do a few solo movies and introduce these villains. Like maybe they will. Maybe the solo movies of all the people are going to be people that join the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, but you see how DC WB is having all their setup though. They're gonna try to release a Nightwing film, a Batgirl film, a Harley Quinn solo film, like that. This shit pisses me off. Like, make up your damn mind.
That is kind of like how comics are. Like, they just randomly release self-titled issue of someone else randomly. Then we're gonna have a random issue of
Yeah, but like this.
Sound groundy.
Speaking of which, this is random, but Etrigan issue 2 hasn't come out yet, right?
No.
Okay, good.
I think it's next week.
Which is pretty good so far.
I liked the
I
first.
like-
That was
I
a
like
really
the-
good.
That twist at the end.
Yes. Oh my god, that
Yes.
was so good. That first issue was good.
And it's only 6 issues.
You know he shows up in issue 3 of Ragman?
Don't spoil.
No, I just picked. It's on the cover.
Is it? Oh yeah, that's right.
What?
Issue 3. Ricky got me into reading Ragman. It's like that 6-issue series. I haven't read it. I just picked it up yesterday, but Etrigan's on the cover because it says Ragman issue 3, Enter the Demon, and Etrigan's behind him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. I haven't read it yet, so.
I'm actually behind my books too. So, anyways, yeah. So Justice League,
Yeah. It was. I mean, see it if you haven't seen it. See it, but
Yeah, it's worth watching. It's just not.
Yeah,
Don't expect so much out of
if
it.
Justice League was fresh in our heads right now, we'll be.
There'd be
passionate-
more- there'd be
There'd be
more-
more passion. Or
there'd be more
rant.
scene ranting.
But it's been too long, and we've held in a lot about Star Wars. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's a lot about Star Wars that. Okay, so Star Wars.
Oh, are we gonna rant about the good things first or the bad things
Okay.
first?
The good thing.
There's very few
Hold on.
good things.
Let me get ready. Let me get ready. Let me get ready.
I did promise. I did promise that I'm gonna start with the good things. For me,
I want to start with the good things.
good
too.
things. Okay, the good.
I'm gonna
things,
counter
okay.
all of your good things. Oh, with shit. So much shit.
The good thing, my favorite thing was the Rey and Kylo Ren fighting together against the Knights of Ren. Why do they call it Knights of Ren after?
No,
I thought
wrong,
they were Imperial
Andrew.
Guards.
This no, I got in this debate with Chris, the comic chat. That's not the Knights of Ren. The Knights of Ren are supposed to be like his secret group, which is rumored to be because remember they say it in the movie that when he left, he took a couple students with him. He didn't kill everyone.
So those are the Jedis that are still alive.
Yeah, are supposed to be the Knights of Ren. So it's supposed to be like the secret group that he's been having trained like off site. And so like, now that he's killed the Royal Guard, the setup supposed to be that he's going to be calling in the Knights of Ren to protect him for the
Okay,
third,
so I didn't catch that.
for the third movie.
But my favorite scene, I think one of the best scenes is that scene though, when they fight together.
Okay, now for the bad parts of that scene, in detail, in numerous order. One, Rey should have gotten her ass kicked by those guys numerous times.
She almost died. Okay,
bullshit.
She almost
Bullshit.
died. She almost. Okay,
He got more hurt than she did.
yeah, but he still saved her life.
Okay,
She fought off one guard.
So I
Kylo fought off 3.
I got into a debate, like we said, the comic store. Me, Chris, and 2 other guys walked in. Well, one guy was like an older guy, Spud. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him.
So he was really cool, but then of course this guy walks in high as a fucking kite.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Like he drove in. This guy was clearly higher than ball because he walks in. He's like, "Hey, Chris, what's up?"
Yeah, you get everybody in there.
And I was like, "Don't be a dumbass. Like, get high. I don't like. Yeah, I've smoked before. Don't get super high to where you can barely talk and then drive your fucking car. Like, don't be that fucking stupid."
Okay, so Star Wars.
Anyways, so I was ranting about how I don't like Rey. Still don't. Never will. How I think it's ridiculous. Like she shouldn't be this good in the Force. Blah blah blah. And he was like, "Oh, remember that scene in the first movie where they're like, using the Force at each other when he's trying to interrogate her, and then she does it back, and he freaks out." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I think you're supposed to assume that." He went into her mind, then she did it back. That's why he looks all shocked. And then she read his mind for understanding of the Force. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like to grasp an understanding of it, like I get it, but understanding what the Force is, and then having the ability to wield a lightsaber and do crazy ass tricks are 2 completely separate things.
Well, being a Jedi doesn't having the lightsaber doesn't really make you the Jedi though.
Yeah, it does. Let's be honest.
It's
If
just
we
the
had
weapon
if
does.
Yoda was fighting the Emperor and didn't have his green lightsaber flying around, it was just him jumping. You'd be like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
You know how to. I mean,
Throwing chairs.
you know how to. If you
No, he
know
does
how to
anyway.
fight, she does have some kind of street fight.
We got it. See, me and Ricky got in this. We have a group chat. Me and Ricky were ranting at Andrew about this, and Andrew was trying to defend it, and me and Ricky were just going back at him like, she was just some random ass junker on Jakku. Who the fuck is she learning martial arts from? She's not Bruce Lee.
You don't know her origin.
Which, if that's the case, then they should have at least revealed some of that. But, I mean, I give Rey some credit for being able to defend herself on Jakku, because she's by herself. But she shouldn't be able on that level to where she's able to compete and physically fight off people with.
Okay,
with that kind of
another thing about the Royal Guard. Like I said, I will mention good things about the movie. There was things that I did enjoy, but another thing with the Royal Guard, we also got into this debate. The Royal Guard just serves whoever the Emperor is. There's no allegiance. It's just whoever the person in charge is. That's who they protect. So why the hell did they turn on him when he killed Smoke? They're
Snoke.
fucking Sith. Snoke. I don't give a shit.
Andy Serkis, fucking Gollum.
Yeah. Why would they turn on him? That's literally their job is to not. He was already second in command. They know who the fuck he is. It's not like he's some fucking unknown.
Wait, wasn't Kylo Ren taking orders from that weird other dude too?
No, Kylo Ren could give him orders. It
Oh,
wasn't like
Hux?
it wasn't like it wasn't like in the Vader thing where the Emperor was punishing Darth Vader by putting the Admiral over him, so the Admiral could give Darth Vader orders. Kylo Ren didn't have to do anything that guy said. He only did in certain situations, like when he told him to pull back a ship because he understands, like, okay, if they're not gonna fucking cover me, I could die. So he goes back, but he doesn't have to listen to him.
Alright, keep going.
But like, they immediately turn on him. Like, they should have, like, yes, pulled out their weapons, and then, like, one of them should have been like, are you with her or us? And if he was like, well, us, I'm in charge. They'd be like, all right, well then fuck it. Like, are we killing her now, or like, what do you want us to do? But no, they immediately turn on him.
That was a cool scene.
I'm not saying it was a cool scene. I'm just saying.
I think it's a cool scene.
I'm saying it defies the purpose of what literally their job. Okay, like perfect example. That would be like like in Lord of the Rings, the people that never fight are the guards for Gondor that guard the White Citadel tree. They're like the guardians of the tree. They never fight in any of the movies because the stuff from the books and all that is like their job is to protect the tree regardless of what's happening. Until something's gonna happen to the tree, they can't do shit. That'd be like if all of a sudden they were just like, you know what, fuck it, and chopped down the tree them fucking cells. We're like, alright, our job's done. That'd be like if one of them chopped down the tree and the rest of them were like, dude, what do we do?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like that, they defy the purpose of their job. It was a cool scene, except she was way too strong. But
maybe she's just a prodigy.
No bullshit. Because so was Darth Vader. But you saw him routinely get his ass handed to him in fights and get hurt.
Yeah.
Even in the comics, where he's actually a badass.
Didn't he almost die? Like, he almost got... The recent one, I heard he almost got his ass kicked.
He did get his ass kicked. He almost died. He had to repair himself with parts of a broken droid that he had destroyed and, like, make himself a makeshift arm and leg just to go back and fight this guy again. And then he won by being a super badass Darth Vader move. He grabs these people and, like, holds them over the cliff and tells the guy, like, either kill me and end it, or save these, or I'm gonna drop these people. So he drops the people. The Jedi uses the Force to bring him to safety, and then Vader runs him through with a lightsaber. And then as he's dying, Vader breaks the dam and kills the whole town anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keep going.
I also liked one of the scenes I really liked.
I liked Poe. I like Poe.
Poe as a character, I love Poe, but then his decisions are stupid.
Yeah.
The beginning. Okay, starting from the beginning of the movie, he did not need to destroy that Star Destroyer. Or Star.
What was it? What did they call it?
Was it called? It's
not Star Destroyer. Dreadnought. No.
Yeah, something like
the Dreadnought was the
whatever that big ass ship is. He did not. Okay. It's like, let's take this down. We have never ever destroyed this thing before. I'm like, okay.
Okay, but you already destroyed all the guns on it, so all it has is those 2 laser cannons, which can't do anything. Like, all they could have done is fire at the cruiser. I mean, I get why he wanted to blow it up, because they were going to fire at the cruiser, but they jumped to light speed anyway.
Yeah, but it's like, his reason behind it, well, we've never ever destroyed one before. Like, well, and they have probably 10 more at home. I mean, come on, they destroyed one big ship, and there's how many more ships were on there?
5.
5 more.
And they lost all their bombers.
All for one ship. We destroyed one ship. Oh, wait, we just 5.
There's so many problems with just that thing to begin with. First of all, why are all the bombers flying within 5 feet of each other? It's space. Okay, they're flying this far. All 6 ships are this far apart. Yet the ship is this big. They're like, yeah, we gotta drop it in this hole in the middle. I'm like, really? Another hole that blows up the whole thing. Another one. You're still going with that. You've had all this time to think of something new, and again, the hole in a fucking ship.
The Empire needs to conceal their ships better.
That's terrible space contracting. That's just terrible space contracting.
Who are they hiring? He's already
Let's make a hole in the middle of the ship that goes right to the reactor. So if you drop like a bunch of little bombs in it, the whole fucking thing blows up. Why not? Like I did like the stuff. Like I did like the scene where he's flying in between the stuff and like blowing up
it's
the
flashy.
guns.
It's all flashy.
Like it was cool. Like it was a cool little space moment, and like I like the initial scene when all the fighters fly forward from the bombs and like protect the bombers, and they fly over. Like first of all, you did a terrible job.
I think the whole entire movie, it was the reason why there's like a lot of mixed reviews on this movie. I think the reason why this movie has so much mixed reviews is the ones who liked it only liked the very, very flashy stuff, the really cool looking stuff. But then the ones who disliked it are the fans who really look into all these little details like we do. So it's like everything we've seen, the plot, the story itself is
just for that scene alone. There's more to rant on.
Yeah.
First of all, yeah, I get it. Like the one bomber gets destroyed, and then they conveniently, just takes out the rest of the bombers, but the one.
I'm saying they killed.
But so first of all, her ship gets shot by a TIE fighter, and the top half blows up. You see the explosion, that's why she falls. This ship, according to every law, because this chick isn't, it's not like she's in the Force and she's keeping her ship from exploding. She's just some random pilot. The ship should have immediately exploded the second it was shot by every law of compression and decompression in space.
Or just everything you've ever seen in Star Wars.
And every other Star Wars, and every other, not to mention that there's a fucking fire 5 feet from a bomb.
It's like they get hit and the ship
they just shake
around and then
they just shake, and it's no, those are fucking bombs and they're activated because you've activated them. Your ship's on fire. It just should have she should have gotten shot and then she should have must reach and then the ship should have exploded. But it's like they wanted all these scenes of let's have they just want the rebels, the rebel alliance to gain all these moral victories. We're losing people, but then every time there's a chance for a moral victory, we win every time. That was another problem I had with it. I get it. I mean, you guys know this. I'm hashtag Go Empire. Fuck the rebel alliance, those little terrorist bastards. But the whole point is that. You need to be under, even though obviously the Rebel Alliance has to win. That's the whole point. But you like the illusion,
the resistance,
that doesn't matter. They're all terrorists anyway. That the Empire could win. The illusion helps
set up some victories.
In the original trilogy, the second movie is essentially all Empire to set up this dramatic finish to the movies. But in this one, it was even though the Resistance is losing all these people, every chance for a big statement victory, they win every single one.
They did win. I thought that everyone was this is gonna be Empire Strikes Back.
No.
I mean, I was very upset when there's elements that kind of.
But they didn't follow. They didn't even follow the basic format. The basic format of Empire Strikes Back was. The Empire Strikes Back.
They won.
They win the second movie. Not the First Order destroys most of the Resistance, but not the key parts that matter.
Empire kind of strikes back.
Yeah, the First Order kind of kicks the table out.
Everything I like Poe as a character.
Okay. Also, I don't know about you guys, but I was insanely disappointed how they just killed off Admiral Akbar with zero fanfare.
Oh,
the guy became a cult phenomenon. And it's just boop.
He's dead. They do that. They can do that to Akbar, who you could kind of keep around. They didn't do that with Princess Leia, who they probably should have left dead.
Yes, which me and Chris also got in this debate that yes, you can argue that the Force isn't. They're trying to get away from the Force is only between Sith and Jedi, and that all people have this affinitive to the Force that they can tap into. Just some are way more powerful than others. I get that that's what they're trying to do now. There's no more Jedi, there's no more Sith. It's just dark and light. But the only thing they've ever shown us in the movies, and the only thing that's ever in the comics, is that Leia, even though she's been around the Force for 30 years or whatever, actually, no, only 10 years, because then she spent 30 years away from Luke, so she wasn't anywhere near anyone who could use the Force, is a Force awareness. That's all she's ever shown in any comic, any movie, anything, is an awareness and now all of a sudden she can survive and fuck. When can Jedi breathe in space?
Never.
And she flew.
That was such a.
She Superman that.
First of all, like she wakes up and like you see like a teeny little part of her face crystallizing. I'm like, so what? A ship exploding and knocking you into space knocks you off for 5 seconds.
Yeah. See, you know,
like if she had grabbed onto like a piece, like if she had like forced herself to like a big piece of metal, right, and then they like tractored her in or some shit, I'd buy that more than her just being like,
Mary Poppins her ass in there.
and also the ship should have exploded when they opened the door to fucking get her and they didn't even close the gap. Like they didn't like have the ship put a force field up or like some sort of door to stop the decompression.
They should have been dead.
They just opened the door, have her again, then close the door. I'm like, that was fucking space. You literally just opened the door to space for 5 seconds to let her in, and it did nothing.
Her head should have exploded.
Yeah, a lot. They should.
A lot of things should have happened.
As soon as they opened the door, the whole ship should have been like,
Pressure.
Like, all the people fly out and everything.
like they all should be. It's space. It's a vacuum. Literally, in all other movies, when someone like gets exploded, you see them like you see at least one or two guys be like, "Oh!"
Except for Yondu.
Well, except for Yondu. Yondu just whatever. It's Yondu's Yondu. But again, like it's subtle things. I'm like, I get it. You want the Resistance to have these moral victory moments, but you're doing it by even. Not, I get it. Star Wars is supposed to defy. I mean, we got into this with the Death Star debate, like the Force and blah 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 and all that shit. But they're going away from shit that they've shown us in previous Star Wars movies now, like basic stuff, basic elements of science that they've established that this is a Star Wars universe science. Now they're just ignoring it, like, well, the Resistance needs this moment, so we're gonna fucking pretend like nothing is possible.
And that's the big difference with the reviews too, because a lot of people, it's either a lot of people loved the new stuff or a lot of people hated the new stuff. And a lot of the new stuff, they're just throwing it out there, like it just bam.
I think everything would be fine if they wrote everything good.
Yeah, Chris said this. I thought it was really funny. I didn't even think about it. He goes, also, I didn't even notice this. I don't know if you guys did. Did you notice that there was no aliens other than Poe's pilot friend?
Oh, that big dude?
Yeah, other than the casino scene where they showed a few people. Think about it. Everyone else was human.
Akbar.
He doesn't count.
Yeah, but he died.
Yeah.
Think
about it.
Maz was there.
What aliens did you see?
Chewbacca.
Okay, what aliens did you see? Not people that you've seen in every other movie.
The things that hated Rey.
Oh yeah, those natives.
The little natives that hated Rey.
Oh yeah, that's another thing to rant on. That's another thing to rant on. I
got fucking one people.
I got into this debate with Chris. But anyways, Chris was like, yeah, he's like, there's no new creatures. He's like, there's a cow, but it's a space cow. And there was a penguin, but it's a space penguin. But there's a fox, but it's a space fox.
They're still aliens.
I thought those animals and
they're all aliens. If you're not from this world or from whatever world you're from.
I'm just saying, compared to other Star Wars movies where they go to like
creatures,
they go to full planets where 8 out of 10 people are from a different species, and then there's like a few humans. This movie was like 90% human. Like,
racist.
Like I don't think we don't have that much of a reach. Like we're supposed to be the minority in the universe, not. We're everywhere. We control everything.
They're everywhere. Even I know there's nothing to bad about the Codebreaker stuff. They're all human beings.
Also, I'm disappointed that like I miss stormtroopers.
Yeah,
they
were barely in this movie.
Yeah, I miss stormtroopers.
They're at the end of the movie. Well, kind of. Yeah,
with Phasma.
Yeah,
Phasma was a waste of a character.
Dude,
they only
did this was a waste of character. Everybody was a waste of a character.
They only put Phasma in there because she's
also the stormtroopers show up when they go into when Kylo Ren realized that it was a hologram and he goes into the base. You see stormtroopers like in the background, like securing it. I'm like. Alright, well, they're fucking gone, so I don't know what the fuck. I think those
stormtroopers are supposed to be celebrity guest cameos. Like, anything you see, like, a stormtrooper do...
I just miss stormtroopers. I mean, like, that's...
Even when they're missing all their shots, like...
Yeah.
This one, like, honestly, this wasn't... They had Star Wars stuff. This wasn't
a Star Wars themed sci-fi movie.
Yeah. And, what's the... I can't remember her name. The chick with the purple in her hair. The lieutenant.
She's supposed to be one of Princess Leia's.
Oh, the Jurassic Park lady.
She's supposed to be one of Leia's best friends. They have her in a canned book somewhere with her origin stuff. But
okay. First of all, she's a terrible captain because why would you not tell everyone that your plan is to abandon ship?
And Leia happens to know that plan too.
Yeah. So first of all, there's no reason to keep that plan secret. It's not like someone's gonna like radio the Empire ship and be like, hey, I know we've been running away from you for the past 5 days, but I've suddenly changed my mind. We're abandoning ship. We're abandoning ship. I'm going to be in one of the pods. Don't fire on the one I'm in.
See, they
wink.
Yeah, they throw around the word hope so many times in this movie. That's like, well, if you want to give them hope, tell them your plan.
Yeah. First of all, he's your best pilot. Wouldn't you want conceivably your best pilot to be like, I don't know, piloting one of your escape ships?
Just be like, don't worry, we got a plan. We're going to that planet right there.
There's a rebel base.
There's a rebel base. It's
super fortified. There. Weapons, everything.
That's all you need to say, and
he'd be like, oh,
okay,
that's a stupid plan, but all right.
I get you. All right, then.
If she was like, but I'm going to stay behind and cover you guys with the ship. Oh, well, shit. Well, that works.
Okay, well.
All right, shit, let's do it. Let's go. No. So, I get it. He has the authority from whatever position he's in to like relieve her of command. I told like that, but so instead you break like the resistance law, whatever laws you have in place by taking the ship back from him when he legally took it from you, and you knock out your best pilot. Your best pilot, you knock out before flying to try to live.
Yeah. That's it. All you need to do is tell them the plan. It'll be fine. They didn't. They just made everyone worried.
Yeah, and why is it that... I'm sorry. This is like a Family Guy joke when... remember like when they're chasing the Millennium Falcon and Peter's like, fire a single shot. And the guy's like, what? Are we paying by the laser now? Like, that's what I thought when they saw, like, the guy sold them out and the ships were, like, flying away. And only the one Star Destroyer is blowing them up one at a time. I was like... So, why aren't all 5 firing and you're not launching all your TIE fighters?
I don't remember that scene.
Never, like...
And they're trying to get away.
The guy sells them out and then all the ships are already flying towards the planet and the lead Star Destroyer starts firing at them one at a time and blowing up the resistance ships.
Pods.
They're in, like, the little escape pods flying to the planet.
In the movie, I thought you were
the movie.
Family Guy. Okay. Because I was thinking about Family Guy. I was like, you said Family Guy. I'm like,
no, just because that one scene where they're chasing the Millennium Falcon and, Stewie as Darth Vader goes, fire a single shot at them repeatedly. And the guy's like, what? Are we paying by the laser?
Okay, I get you now.
That's what it made me when that scene happened in the movie. I thought of that.
That's another thing about. I mean, there's a lot of it. Like when you're talking about that Family Guy scene, I was thinking about the whole casino stuff. Well, these are all people who sold weapons to the First Order. Like, wait, they don't have? They need their.
Yeah, don't they have their own weapons manufacturing?
They're buying stuff illegally. I mean,
they're the First Order. They could just be like, hey, I'm gonna take all these ships. Like, hey, make me 10 dozen ATs. Okay, I made them. That'll be 30 million credits. Oh, we're gonna take them, or I'm gonna kill you and your whole planet. How's that sound?
Yeah, I just assume that they have their own.
The only nice touch is when they show like, oh, look at the Resistance does this. The Resistance funds these people too.
Yeah, and that's like a little twist to like everyone's in it for themselves type thing.
Yeah, but to Angel's point, like, why would the First Order need to do that? That'd be like the Empire being like, we legally buy weapons even though we own a weapons manufacturing plant on Geonosis.
I just feel. I know. Okay, well,
they're trying to save money.
Okay, you know what? I'll go back on this note maybe later if I remember. But as we were going, sorry, I'll mention something a little bit. It's like a big plot hole to the whole entire series. But yeah,
everything's a plot hole at this point.
Okay. Since we're talking about plot holes, all right, fine. I'll say. I feel like after that, after the original trilogy, it's like, hope and peace and all this stuff. Why would there be a resistance in the first place if they kind of took over everything?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't there be a new policy in this universe?
Which, first of all, I think the Empire has very clearly done a way better job than the good guys ever did at actually like policing the empire, like policing
Yeah,
space.
I'm just saying it's like
They created jobs.
yeah,
Okay, you know how many jobs the Death Star created? A lot.
yeah, but I'm just saying it's like so there's no new political thing.
We've just given up.
Yeah, it's like, and then why was there resistance? Like they're fighting again. Like they did not have any new elections and not appoint somebody.
Unity or something.
Did they not do anything? Because
Yeah, how did you suddenly go from the Empire to the First Order?
yeah, it's just like so. Apparently, in that case, then the First Order would be the new rebellions, right?
Right.
Because they're rebelling against the government, but yet there's so
Yeah, the
little
First Order would be
resistance.
the bad guys trying to regain power.
So it's like none
Should
of
be
that.
the opposite.
So yeah, it's like so this whole new trilogy shouldn't even be happening.
Yeah, there's a huge gap into. Didn't you guys win the last shit?
It's like where's your government? Where's
Didn't you kill Darth Vader and win?
Yeah, so who's in charge?
Everyone lost. We fucked up royally. And the First Order took charge. We killed Darth Vader and then immediately fucked up.
They just stopped. They partied to the
We
Ewoks.
got our power back and then fucked up. You know that huge party we did with the Ewoks? Yeah, bad fucking idea.
They ate the person we were gonna elect anyways.
The Empire took control of fucking everything because the entire resistance was on fucking partying with Ewoks and getting drunk for like a week straight. The Empire just took over fucking everything.
Okay, well, anyways, back to the movie. We were at the we were talking about how
The resistance.
like how they should have just told them anyways about the plans. Which one thing I really had an issue with was the timeline of this movie.
Yeah, there's no. They get knocked out in their casino place, but somehow they make it back in the perfect amount of time.
And Ray,
And
how many times
Ray,
did she go to bed?
3 at
It was
least.
3-4 days. It's like I didn't.
It was just like scene after scene. No.
It was just like how much time. Okay, you know, we assume that all this takes place right after the last movie, but then at the same time they're fighting the First Order, right?
Yeah.
So it's all as Rey's leaving the Resistance, she finds Luke at the same time at the Resistance is running away from the rebellion, but then it's like a few days just that she's with Luke, and then supposedly 18 hours that they're running out of fuel, right?
Yeah.
So how does that timeline fit into any of the movies? Was there like big time gaps? Because like, it wouldn't make sense because all that happened right after the last movie.
Continuity issues, man.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I said like the casino scene. Like we were talking about the unnecessary casino stuff, which I thought was a total waste of time.
That was a huge waste of time in the movie.
Yeah, it's like they get knocked out and they wake up in jail and then they meet the codebreaker and they somehow make it back to.
Yeah, they spent the whole time looking for the codebreaker.
But you know, okay,
they go to
like,
jail. And he's right next to them.
How far is
I
that?
had a
How far
thought
is
in my
that?
head that I was gonna rant on, and I forgot it. So I'm hoping he comes back to me. But going back to the casino scene, there should have been at least a 30-second scene of them talking to the guy in the flower that they were there to find, that they called someone to get a recommendation on who to go to, and then he says no. They get super pissed off, then get arrested when they're walking out of the meeting with him.
So again, it's
Something.
freaking parking ticket.
Like, something to be like, oh yeah, this whole fucking reason we came here, yeah, the guy's a dick and said no. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess you're fucked. Oh, shit, there's a second guy. But this one was just like, oh, let's go talk to that guy. Oh, shit, no, we're arrested, but we're immediately tased instead of just being detained. And why is that guy in jail if he can get out anytime he wants?
Yeah, it's like
He's waiting for what? A friend?
They get arrested for parking in a stupid spot.
Yeah, they're parking on a beach.
It's like, where can we park? And like, if they...
First of all, yeah, why... If their whole thing is like, hey, maybe we shouldn't draw attention to ourselves because we have a very limited window of time and we're, I don't know,
like,
resistance fighters.
So where can we park? That's all they have to ask.
Wouldn't your next thing is wouldn't that your next step be like, oh, hey, where do I park around here? Oh, fly into this docking station. Okay, cool. No, I'm going to fucking draw attention to myself as a resistance fighter by parking on the fucking beach. Really? Like, nowhere else. Whole planet. Nowhere else. The fucking beach. The first fucking beach.
Right.
The main fucking beach. You're that fucking dumb.
They knew where to go for some reason.
They just, oh, okay, let's see. Giant building, casino, first main beach. some trees over there. Some deep shrubs. There's a cliff.
You know, for a large planet, they're able to find things
like,
really quick.
There's a cliff. Fuck it. Park on the beach.
For a large planet, they're like...
They know immediately what building to go to. Like, okay, it's this giant casino. There's a shit ton of buildings. Guy with a flower.
Because if
that one. That's fucking that one.
Yeah, if that was the case for Earth, like here, living here.
Like, that'd be like me sending you to like Royal Oak. You'd be like, Andrew, I am in Royal Oak. I'm wearing a red shirt and blue pants. Click.
How do I get to Royal Oak? I mean, I know how.
No, like, okay, you can get to Royal Oak. Like, they know where the planet is.
The idea of finding...
You can get to Royal Oak, but you just pull into the city. I call you, like, you pulled into the main entrance, right? You're staring at the sign that says, welcome to Royal Oak. Yep, I'm staring at it. Perfect. Red shirt, blue pants. Click, phone off, pocket, sit back. All right, fucking find me, jackass. Like, you would fucking spend days.
Hours, days.
Like, or you would just get lucky as shit and be like, okay... where's the nearest comic book shop? I'll go there. And, like, you know, like, oh, shit, there you are. Fuck, I got lucky.
Yeah.
But, yeah, to your point, like,
it's like a whole planet. It's, like, right there. I'm going to land right there. Like, okay.
Because the guy even makes this case that he even came out to the beach to tell them that you can't park there.
Yeah.
And then you said, fuck it, and kept going.
So you're going to get arrested. I mean, it's... Laws are still laws.
It may be a shady casino that you hate, but they still have their own laws you gotta follow. You have yours.
Right.
Like, you tried to dirty your ship, and which I thought was a funny scene, when she thought he was abandoning the ship, so she tases him.
I did not
like I did not like Rose at all.
Yeah, I did not like her.
Why are they... I'm just saying, I like that scene where she tases him.
Yeah, but I didn't like her character.
Their character was very
I thought they were supposed to tease Poe and Finn in a relationship, not Rose and Finn.
Oh, are they gay?
They're supposed to be some sort of bromance.
Yeah. They were. The rumor was that they were gonna make them gay as like this, you know, a big Star Wars moment.
Oh, well.
But now they're teasing Rose and Finn in a relationship.
Which you just met the guy, anyways.
And
that was so dumb too. When she saved them, I was pissed.
And you love him after 3 days.
I was so pissed.
18 hours.
18 hours later, you love him. Which, by the way, I'm sorry, but her sister was way hotter than she is.
She was the girl in Iron Fist.
Rosa's sister is way hotter.
Yeah. Iron Fist.
That was her?
Yeah.
I didn't recognize.
What do you think they should have switched them? Had like the other one be the one that dies and the hot one lives?
I don't know. I thought Rose's character was very good.
But first of all, how did she catch up to him when he was going top speed? Like, you see him going top speed, yet
and she's
already pulled away. She's already pulled away. Yet she goes back, manages to go forward because she's gonna have to come back because those things, you know, are digging. So she has to go up a little bit past him to then level out. And somehow you catch up.
So another moment that I actually liked. Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you. Go back to the movie.
You like that moment? When
Another movie that I liked. See, we were talking about. I mean, I did say we were gonna talk about some good things. When Luke goes back on the Falcon, and
he meets R2 again.
And R2 again.
Which that was a cool scene. But like, where did R2 go?
Die again.
R2 was with Chewbacca on the ship the whole time.
Yeah, but he died again probably.
But you didn't see him. The whole ship's flying around. You can't even see R2 fly across the screen.
But
they didn't have the budget.
You just see those space penguins screaming.
They are promoting those space penguins, which pissed me off.
Because they're doing what Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, managed to capture in a bottle with, you know, Baby Groot or what they got with BB-8 in the first. Which, by the way, how does BB-8 was barely in the movie.
And they made BB-8 control a bigger robot. Yeah,
and also. This is me. I was so excited, right? They're teasing evil BB-8.
Barely anything.
They're teasing this bit. The thing is, it keeps zeroing in on it, like so that it can tell something's up.
Wasn't even in there.
I'm like, oh my god, yes, droid fight, fucking yes,
rolling against
kick ass droid fight, and then it's just like nothing. We're gonna tease it 3 different times. Nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of nothing in this movie. But anyways, that moment with Luke and R2-D2 was probably one of the most what's the word I'm looking for? Fan service, heartfelt moment.
I feel bad for R2, man, because C-3PO's gone. All you gotta do is talk to Chewbacca.
Oh, also, what did you see C-3PO's arm? What is his red arm?
Oh, in the comics they explain it. The comic books, he had the red arm from a droid that saved him, and then he wore it during Force
But what happened in this movie?
He switched it back at the end of Force Awakens. He had his regular arm back.
I don't remember seeing that. Was it there?
Do you pay attention at all?
No, That's detail I don't pay attention. But anyways, going back to that moment.
But yeah, but the point is they don't.
That was fan service, and that was like, if you think about it, that was how this whole entire thing started for us Star Wars fans.
Yeah,
yeah, if you
the meeting R2 and Luke.
Yeah, like R2 and Luke wasn't supposed to happen, but the Force made it happen.
Yeah, because R2D2, is like a,
and
unique droid,
and I really would have thought that moment would have been like, okay, I'll go back with you. Like, no, okay, I'll train you. Like, come on, just go back.
So quick. I'll teach you 3 lessons.
Alright, so
what? Why 3? Why 3? Why just say 1? Like, you didn't want to fucking do it in the first place. Like, I will teach you 1 fucking thing. Get the fuck off my planet.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about Luke. Luke was so out of character in this movie.
Mark Hamill himself.
He openly admitted he hated his character.
It's like we all as fans were like, this isn't the Luke Skywalker. Yeah, he was a whiny little bitch in the other movies, but yet this is not.
But see, that's the difference too. Though people were pissed that he was whiny in the old trilogies, but he was young at that time.
Yeah.
And now with the time that he's older, he's supposed to be
more mature.
Mature with all this wisdom and knowledge, and then he's
even as a whiny little bitch, he still didn't run away from me.
Yeah, he still went.
But first, not only that, but Luke was never more powerful than Vader. He got fucking lucky and beat Vader. He was never more powerful than him. He was never more powerful than Yoda or Obi-Wan. He was just a normal, average-powered guy.
Yeah.
Yet, somehow, Yoda acknowledges him as like a Jedi, which I'll get into Yoda in a second, but he acknowledges him as a Jedi Master. I'm like, wait, you're all dead. Who elected him a Jedi Master? You all died.
Who else trained him? Because he didn't go back to...
There was no one to train him. He did nothing.
He
did nothing for 30 years.
No, I know, but like maybe between Straight Empire and...
I didn't see it. It didn't happen.
Huh?
I didn't see it. It didn't happen.
Between Empire and...
I'm just saying, I didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
So it's like, he didn't go back to...
No, I know, yeah. He didn't go to anyone.
So it's like...
So you were at the same level, and you very clearly admitted you hate the Jedi, so you very clearly didn't do any deep meditating to increase your... You even admit you cut yourself off from the Force.
Yeah.
So you were at the power level where you got lucky as shit and beat Vader. You were probably... You know what? He probably was like Darth Maul level power. Like that kind of... kind of power.
Yeah, because Darth Maul didn't really know how to do anything. But
he just was pure Sith aggression. Like he had, he could do like force throw and shit like that, but
he didn't know how to do anything else.
Yeah, so like I would say Luke was on that power, yet and then you cut yourself off from the Force like literally 5 years later, and then what? You're somehow so powerful you can create an image of yourself from across space.
Yeah, it's just like I said. It's just
at the exact time that you're needed when there's no one to fucking tell you when you're needed. It's not like Leia was like, "Hey, we're about to die right this second." By the way,
and that's one thing I didn't like either. Like, okay, with the whole, besides Leia flying in space, I wish they kind of gave her more Force awareness for her like contacting Luke. Wasn't she supposed to contact Luke?
She's supposed to be able to like, focus on him and say his name and he'll hear her. Which, okay, so back to Yoda. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but
the puppet.
Puppet?
Yeah, the puppet. Well, not only that, but... So, the blue line, the blue around his eye is supposed to signify that he's, one with the Force, like they did in the... First of all, he wasn't a ghost, it was...
It was physically there.
Yeah, there was a few scenes where, like, when he turned, the blue disappeared. It was just Yoda.
It was lazy editing. Like, I can tell you, it was lazy editing. I mean...
Like, first of all, he should have been a ghost, first of all. He shouldn't have been colored.
I was surprised they even used the puppet.
No, but okay, so I told Chris this. So his whole thing is that Yoda comes up because he's conflicted, doesn't know what to do. Yoda makes the decision for him. Is crazy Yoda, even though he wasn't crazy Yoda when he died, but somehow he's turned back into crazy Yoda as being one with the Force. Anyways, I think it should have been Darth Vader, because if the whole thing is you're conflicted, Rey just left because she thinks that she can save Kylo Ren the same way you saved Vader. So in your biggest moment of confliction, Vader should have showed up and been like, you saved me, but the Jedi need to die.
I think the reason why they didn't was because they kind of used the original guy, because he's dead, and Obi-Wan, dead. The original guy. Dead.
But you fucking CGI it. Who gives a shit? Don't just use Yoda because you have a puppet laying around.
Use the guy who played Anakin.
Also, if Yoda is so fucking powerful that he can call down a bolt of lightning, and that this could have happened, but why didn't Obi-Wan just show up on Darth Vader's ship and be like, hey, guess what? I'm ejecting your ass into space, bitch. Boom! Movie over. Resistance wins. Ghost Obi-Wan for the win.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be so powerful that you can be like, hey, guess what? Fucking lightning, bitch. I've been dead for 30 years.
Yeah, I was just like, why all of a sudden Luke so concerned with the old laws of the Jedi?
Or, if he hates Jedi so much, well, okay, first of all, you can't say that you secluded yourself by going to the far reaches of a planet when you went to a planet that has inhabitants. First of all, if you're supposed to be excluding yourself, you don't go to a planet where there's people.
It doesn't look that big from the old movie, by the way.
The what?
The island?
What? The new movie?
Like, yeah.
It's not big. There shouldn't be people living on it.
Yeah, they made it look bigger than how it was.
Yeah. But there should be people. You can't say, like, I'm secluding myself. Oh, except for these fucking 20 people. And these creatures.
And these creatures that give me blue milk.
Which green milk.
Fucking weird.
It wasn't blue milk?
That was green. Was it green or blue?
It was blue.
I don't know. I
Like
thought it was
milk.
weird that they made Mark Hamill shoot that kind of scene. I was like, this is not Luke
Yeah,
Skywalker.
you can see the face on me, that little, whatever, was it, seal? I don't know, little creature.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, feels so good. Like, you're, what? It's
Hey,
like,
Family Guy when you're in there, I'm milking the cow.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
It's
god!
like you're jerking off the cow.
So, okay, so, like,
such a sexual innuendo
one, there's
there.
people living on it, and two, you seclude yourself on a planet that you wanted to get away from the Jedi by secluding yourself on a Jedi stronghold planet in guarding the original books of the Jedi when you're supposed to be hating on the Jedi and cutting yourself off from the Force, but you dedicate 30 years to protecting the books of the Jedi Order. Do you... What?
That's the writer's fault right there.
Yeah, and
He
that
fucked up
was
Luke.
Ryan Johnson.
I don't like that to me was like the biggest thing. Like, I don't get it. You sit there and stress so much that he hates the Jedi, he hates the Force, he hates all of it. Yet you go to a Jedi stronghold planet
To preserve everything.
to preserve the Jedi.
None of
what?
it made any sense.
And I hated that line he said to Ray. Like, I've seen this power before.
I'm afraid
of it or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Rey's now more powerful than Vader? To where Vader didn't scare you, but this bitch does? Come on.
I was so upset at that. I'm like, okay, like, I can understand, like, Luke not wanting to be with the whole Jedi and Force shit, but to be afraid, no. I don't think Luke should have been that kind of character to be afraid.
No, and okay, first of all, also, why is it that even this Jedi stronghold planet has a dark pit? Just that has, like, really
That
weird
was just a
black
callback to
black
Empire
anus.
Strikes Back.
No,
Yeah.
yes, I get that it was a callback, but on The Empire Strikes Back, they're on a planet that's already fucking dark.
Right.
They're on Dagobah. It's not like they're on some... It's not like they're on Coruscant or Alderaan. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, that closet that's emanating red smoke and a very eerie black light, pulsating light, really fucking dark. Don't go in that closet. Really fucking creepy. No, like, I know you couldn't go in the closet. But they're on Dagobah. It's already a creepy as shit swamp planet.
Yeah.
It makes sense that there would be a dark Sith energy on there. But this is a planet where Luke goes to seclude himself. There's already creatures living on the planet that spew green milk. There's a weird inhabiting creature that somehow, even though it's a planet that's not that big, know enough about stonemasonry to build houses.
If you guys would think that for an old Jedi temple, sacred Jedi place, Snoke would have looked there, because it doesn't seem so secret if the Jedi used to be there.
Yeah, and there's creatures living on it, and it's got this dark energy that you feel like he'd be able to feel, like, you know, oh, because when he finds out, he's like, oh, that planet. I'm like, you fucking knew what that planet was?
He just ignored everything.
Like, oh yeah, that planet that the Jedi were on, and there's a dark anus on the one side of it. I should have fucking thought to check there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, because you can't spare one fucking TIE fighter. Hey, go to this really far off fucking planet, see if there's anyone there. Oh, okay. Nope. Fuck it. Just forget the anus. That's the new name of that planet from now on. Is the planet Anus. That's the planet he scooted himself on. Planet Anus.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap up real quick. Ray and Kylo Ren. We didn't really talk about them too much.
Okay, well, those two characters, I wish The Last Jedi concentrated more on them. Me personally, I love the scenes between them, like with the whole mind shit.
I didn't like that.
I loved it. I thought that was like.
I thought it was neat, and then I thought it got ruined by Smoke being like, "I did it on purpose."
Yeah, that's what kind of pissed me
off. All right,
too.
fucking cop out.
I kind of like the idea of that mystery, like, oh shit, like why are they connected?
Yeah.
Or,
He's like, "I did it." I'm like, I feel like they would fucking feel you in their mind.
I would have liked it better if they revealed that.
Yes, connect.
Yeah, I would have liked it better if they would have revealed that they're related or something. Like, there's no reason.
That's what I thought until fucking Snoke said, yeah, everything that happened was because of me. Like, okay, way to ruin the.
And then he's all this shit with their parents, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, they were fucking.
Which in a way, like it's stupid, but it still kind of makes sense. I think they're trying to go full. There could be other strong Jedis out there. It's not just
you don't have to come from a direct line.
This will be my last thing because I do want to cover our small stuff like before we cap it really quick. The way that it ended. If they were done, I would have at least accepted the way it ended. But knowing that there's a third movie and the way that they've done it, there's very clearly going to be a 10 to 20 year time skip between the second and third movie.
And so everyone's going to look the same.
So that all these people can be older, trained Force users. I know what they're going to do already. It's going to fucking piss me off. Where she's going to show up with like these 30 fucking Force users and this massive armada of resistance ships. And they're going to be like, oh yeah, Kylo Ren was still trying to figure out how to send a fax out for the last 20 years, so he didn't do shit. So the only thing we did was get the Knights of Ren, like these three dudes. We didn't do anything else. We're in shambles. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're clearly going to set it up as Kylo Ren didn't know what he was doing. The First Order's gone to shit. And Rey has amassed this amazing army that's super disciplined and super powerful, and it's going to be the whole movie of the Resistance kicking the First Order's ass until Rey kills Kylo Ren in the final scene.
That's gonna be that's too predictable. That's so dumb.
That's what I think is going to happen.
We got 2 years. Hopefully they have time.
They're gonna do the same shit. They've
you know what?
already had two movies to establish some sort of anything.
Hopefully this one will be the better one of this thing.
Overall, I give the Last Jedi a C-, and it's a generous C-.
I'm just gonna say that it was watchable but not great.
I give it a 3 out of 5. Like, all these movies that had all this hype for me were so fucking underwhelming this year. I hope
Black Panther's good. We haven't seen a good movie in a while. Thor Ragnarok was okay.
You guys remember Logan was this year?
But yeah. Logan and Wonder Woman were like my top movies this year.
But you know what I mean, though. Like when you go 3 movies that you're excited to see in a row and they're all mediocre.
Yeah, like you just
fuck, Marvel, save me, please. Fucking save me.
Or some other
Black Panther, fucking save me.
Yeah, I mean, so we can go on. I mean, there's a lot more stuff that I want to talk about for The Last Jedi, but we
can do another.
We'll do another. We'll go to
I'm free actually. If you guys actually want to record before Christmas and New Year, before.
I'm busy after today.
No, you're not.
Friday I'm busy.
No, you're not. What are you doing, Andrew?
Church stuff, and then Saturday. I don't know what I'm doing Saturday.
Ricky, you want to write down Star Wars without Andrew?
Yeah, that's fine. Well, Friday,
Andrew, just gonna get a notification randomly Pop Luck Podcast is gone live.
I gotta double check Friday though. I'm not too positive.
Let's.
Anyway, we'll hook up later. But anyway,
the ready.
Quick stuff. Okay, first, rumored Office reboot. As probably many of you know from Ricky's memes, The Office is me and Ricky's
I like The Office too.
Shut up, Andrew. I'm just kidding. So, okay, all of us love The Office. I probably have seen, I'm rewatching it now just because the baby loves it. He'll focus on The Office and it'll calm him down. Just because I think, I watched The Office 2 full times when C was pregnant because, I had to just lay in bed and be next to her and I just didn't feel like watching anything new, so I just, was lazy. like sometimes I don't feel like staring at my phone for an hour and to watch like the superhero shows or NXT if I'm behind on it. Like I just want to watch 20 minutes of something I've already seen just because I feel like it. So we were watching The Office again. So, but the room, what I'm excited because I love The Office, but I'm scared because the rumor is that it's just going to be the new people that were in the show at like the end of season 9.
There's usually that stigma you should not revive a TV show because the stigma behind it is it's gonna suck.
Not unless you're bringing back the same people.
Yeah. Well, even still, I mean,
if they were just doing like some special, like an hour long like Christmas party special.
They should just do that.
Like, I'd be like, you know what? That sounds fun.
Like a reunion.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I like that. That sounds
Catch
cool.
up on your favorite characters.
Yeah, like that sounds cool. But like to be like, hey, here's 10 episodes of Plop.
It's gonna
look the new gym.
It's gonna look different.
Yeah,
it's going to. They're probably not they're just gonna rip off the last thing with different characters.
It's gonna be so bad. I don't know, man. I love The Office, but I feel like with everyone being very sensitive.
Look what happened when they did it with Dumb and Dumber when they tried rebooting that after 15 years.
Yeah, reviving. I mean, there's a lot. Like I said, I mean, I'm okay with all these sequels and reboots and stuff, but then sometimes when you try to revamp something or revive something that.
It's just because The Office is still just as popular now as it was when it went off the air.
But that doesn't mean you should bring it back. Just because something is popular.
Just because everyone's watching it on Netflix doesn't mean you should bring it back.
Which everything's gone. If they ever, everything's already. They're getting rid of everything. How I Met Your Mother's gone. It's Always Sunny is gone.
How I Met Your Mother's coming on Hulu.
Sunny's gone.
Yeah, It's Always Sunny is gone too. From Netflix.
Holy
shit!
shit!
Every episode of How I Met Your Mother on Hulu.
Yes, because we all use Hulu so much.
I use Hulu.
I only use Hulu for 2 things. 3 things. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Family Guy, and
what's Family Guy on Netflix?
Shut up! No, they're fucking 3 seasons behind. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I forgot that came back, and they're already 4 episodes in.
Gotham's on Hulu.
Yeah, but for some reason they're not.
Only 5 episodes.
Yeah,
the most recent 5.
So I gotta catch up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. quick because as of next Monday they'll be at 5 episodes. They're gonna get ready to start to get rid of shit.
Yeah.
So I know. Okay, before we mention Ready Player One, I just want to mention this. So for those of you who watch anime, I was taken this by 5 different people.
You know how I feel
almost
about
6.
posts.
But Yu Yu Hakusho's 25th anniversary is in a couple months, and they're re-releasing a Blu-ray master set with a brand new OVA special that they developed. So it's not a time skip. So it's not like it's been 10 years since anyone had it. It's just going to be like a random spirit detective adventure of Yusuke and the crew. But it's just going to be something that's never been released before because they just produced it. I'm super excited.
I already know Mark's going to buy it.
And we'll be... Oh, yeah. And while researching Christmas gifts, I also discovered that G Gundam was just re-released in Japan with a brand new box set with brand new design artwork from the most famous Gundam artist in Japan. He redrew a cover for the box set.
Oh, nice.
Of the Shuffle Alliance, and they did a redo Blu-ray master. And I watched the clip of the intro of the show in Japan. It looks amazing. So it's coming out in America in a couple months as the box set. It's going to be very expensive, and I don't give a shit.
I wanted to get the Gundam Wing set, but that's like $200 to $300. Oh my god.
The G Gundam one, I think it's 34,000 yen. I think they said in America it's probably going to be like $150 for the box set. Yeah. And I don't care. I'm buying it.
Go back to Yu Yu Hakusho. You know what would be good for the series? I think that would be a good idea. I think, you know how it ended? How he was in the demon world for 3, maybe longer?
3.
For a long time.
Almost 4, because Kuwabara's almost done with high school.
I think it would be cool if they did something from there, leading on to why he's back.
Well, he comes back.
I know he comes back.
He comes back, and then him and
they make out
Keiko walk off into the sunset.
But I think it'd be a cool story if the reason why he's back was he was allowed to come back because something happened.
Well, they bring it up.
Huh?
He says why he's back because he lost the demon tournament. He was helping establish an order, and then he said he was coming back. Before he leaves, he tells her, "I understand if you don't want to wait, but I'll be back in 3 years."
Yeah. Well, they should do it right. Well, maybe between that 3 years something happens, and then they follows him back.
Because I mean, at this point, like, I wouldn't want anything to be after it ended because he retires. Like, I don't want to see anything after. At most, I would just want to see new adventures that happened when he was a spirit detective. Which, coincidentally, I never watched the movies. I know we were talking about it, the Yu Yu Hakusho movies. But yeah, so Ready Player One. Andrew just read the book.
I listened to the audio.
It's amazing. It's such an amazing book. It's literally what I want the world to be. If there was a thing like Ready Player One, I'd quit my job, get paid through streaming some video shit.
If you're a Sword Art Online fan, you'll probably enjoy this one a lot more. I mean, it's almost similar in concept.
Yeah, just not. They're not trapped.
They're not trapped. They're not dying. Well, maybe.
The whole premise is that the world sucks.
The world sucks. Everyone's broke. The only thing that's keeping them occupied is being in the Oasis, which is a virtual world
where everything is. It's like there's a whole world. Like there's literally like 30 copies of like a Lord of the Rings world.
Yeah, there's you can go anywhere, but only if you have money.
Yeah, in-game money.
In-game money, and then you get to pretty much it's inspired like everything else.
It's the whole thing. It's like 80s, like Dungeons and Dragons.
But this was doing it before being part of the 80s was popular again.
Yeah.
The book was it came out in 2001, 2004, no 2004.
Yeah.
Long enough for YouTube was mentioned. Maybe when YouTube.
Yeah. The only thing I'm very excited. We're seeing the midnight release of the movie.
I'm seeing it on Thursday.
It's the midnight release.
Before the midnight.
Whatever.
It's 7
It's the same concept.
7 p.m. 7 p.m.
Anyway, the point is, we're seeing the movie the day it comes out. The only thing that I didn't like from the trailer so far is that Overwatch should not have been in the trailer.
Yeah, it's changed. Just they added their own stuff to it. I mean,
they're adding all the more.
They're adding some recent stuff.
They're adding shit to be more popular with everyone, but it's like, but that's not.
But most of it's 80s inspired.
The movie, yeah, the book's supposed to be all like the guy who created the Oasis loved the 80s, so everything is 80s. Like 80s, Dungeons and Dragons, Lord of the Rings, early Star Wars, arcade machines.
And I think I'm hoping that the stuff that they added that it had in the trailer is just to kind of just draw people in because there's no resistance. Did you see the trailers?
Yes.
So
that's the reason I was hooked because I wasn't so hooked on it until I saw the Gundam.
The Gundams are there.
Yeah, the Gundams are there, but in the book there is no resistance. He starts the whole thing by realizing he knows how he can beat that corrupt organization. There's no resistance that he joins. Yeah. He starts the fucking thing.
And he doesn't meet that girl until...
cut it off. Yeah.
Okay, so anyways...
the point is
it's
going to be one of those movies that while we're watching it, after, if they go away from the book too much, there will be a long rant about the shit that's the next thing I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'm looking forward to these. No, Black Panther,
comic book
but I'm very much
Infinity War.
But when it comes into something else, like we talk about comics and Star Wars all the time.
Yes, which I'm excited for.
We're excited, but
the continuation
we're
of
going
Doomsday
to.
Clock.
Yeah,
yes, next week.
Yeah, we'll
Did you pick it up from Comics and More?
Not yet, but yeah, but I'm just saying, like we talk about comics and comic book movies and Star Wars all the time. Now it's, hey, let's talk about something else too, like Ready Player One.
Well, it's the big nerd culture movie, like pop culture movie.
I was born in the 80s.
89.
We caught like the very last of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm excited just because it just. I mean, the whole concept is like just so appealing to like, here's just a virtual world where anything can happen, and it all looks and feels real, and go visit anything you want to do.
It only feels real if you pay for it.
Yeah, if you pay for the suits that allow you to.
Yeah. I mean, you think they're gonna do what they? You think they're gonna actually put that scene in there?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's a kid's film.
No, it's PG-13. It's a teen film. It's a teen film.
But no, they're not gonna do that scene. Let's just say that the suit he buys near the end lets him feel.
He buys out of depression.
Yeah, he gets uber depressed and buys this.
He buys toys. Okay.
Yeah, he buys a toy.
Alright, so anyways, I mean, I gotta get going, and it's been a while since it's Christmas next week, and
well, yeah,
even it's
5 days.
Yeah.
So we got a lot that we'll be back soon.
Andrew won't, but me and Ricky are gonna try to get together. We'll continue our Star Wars rant
without me and
without Andrew. Maybe we'll talk a little Christmas or something, just to get some sort of Christmas special out there.
But anyways, yes, I really like it out there, but so we've been gone for a while, so we'll be back soon. If not this next week, next year. So
happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Ramadan.
New Year's,
birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
I gotta get drunk with Hmong people on New Year's.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Well, catch you later. We're Pop Luck.
I love you guys.
I love me too. I'm Andrew.
Mark.
I'm Ricky.
Happy birthday, yo.
Peace. But yeah, no, her first cousin's having like this huge New Year's Hmong bash.
Is it the same first cousins that were trying to make you drink?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And we were invited like 4 weeks ago.
Hold on, let me go